Good afternoon. I will have my talk today. I have put it into three slides now, three sides. First, I want to scare you first. Then I'll give you the solution. And at the end of the day, you'll realize that doing business now is a lot easier than making or creating or building a new business 10 years ago. Before the modern day conglomerates, before the Industrial Revolution, and before the Roman civilization, and of course, before this tech unicorn, all businesses, I assume, we all started as a very small business. It's a minute step. Or maybe you started a business as a family business, a very traditional family business. But not all of this were able to be successful. Few of them become successful, but most of them failed. 50% survived the first 5 years, and 1/3 only survive after 10 years. And if I put this on a pessimistic way, I'll reverse this one. 50% will fail or fail in the first 5 years. Or a 65% won't survive the next 10 years. For Mober, I think I'm still in the first 5 years. We founded Mober last 2016. We're still walking in a very thin line. I wouldn't say that we're already out of the woods, but we're learning. Why do businesses fail? Guilty as charged. When I started Mober, I would say I'm not a good leader. I'm not a good manager. I tend to micromanage. When we got our first investment from SMIC, and we have a fund, we started hiring COO, hiring CMO. But during the first 6 months of that period, it's just like they say, I'm in a withdrawal syndrome. Parang nanginginig ako. It's like, I cannot trust my team. So I think it is a poor leadership. But after 6 months, then I get used to that. I realize that having good people around you will make your business grow faster. But the common mistake, I think, when we say a business is failing, they say, we don't have fund for marketing. We don't have enough money to do customer acquisition, or we don't have fund at all. However, after 2 years of operating Mober, we learned a lot from our clients. I'll use this opportunity to say, a silent killer in a business. Literally, as a person, when you say a silent killer, I wouldn't say it's cancer. It's heart attack. You don't know when it's going to hit you. Unless if you have your physical checkup every year, then you would know there's something wrong with you. But in a business, I say silent killer is in logistic. Why in logistic? One of our biggest clients, when they showed us their financial statement, you can see in the bottom line, it's a very good profit margin, a very good one. But when we convinced them, hey, there's something wrong in your margin, in your gross profit or in your net profit, we took away the delivery fee, the delivery revenue, and the salary and wages of these drivers and helpers, and the depreciation. We total everything, it's a whopping negative 50 million. And I told them, what if I can bring that 50 million to zero and make your fleet earn more and take away the problem of these drivers? So when DTI says that the statistic of the Philippine industry that we have, the majority are the wholesaler, the food, the manufacturing, the trader, All of this industry, they will need delivery. Adding the e-commerce now, no matter how easy when we buy online, but we still have to deliver it. There's no teleportation that when you buy something, then whoop, nandiyan na. There's none. It will be logistic. We have tried talking to Lazada or to Shopee if we can do a dawn delivery. Can you imagine with delivering items midnight? Because we want to make sure that there's no traffic. But the problem was, because we're very used to the COD, then how can you collect? When you deliver something 3 o'clock in the morning, pa-collect. So, what happened? But dawn delivery is very successful in Korea. Because they pay through credit card and just leave the delivery there, right? So, again, the majority of this industry, they need delivery. We've been delivering fresh produce. When I saw in a restaurant early morning, when I walk, I saw fresh produce or ingredients delivered outside of the door of a restaurant. So I realized, why not come up with a product we call Moberfresh? We try not to just make delivery easy, but we try to make it affordable. But at the same time, since Mober is a marketplace, we have to make sure that all our drivers, or we call it van partners, make a decent revenue also. So when we created this Moberfresh, we put more vans in farmers, in EPAQ Mart. So we sell per crate, 100 pesos per crate. So when we consolidate things, one van can load 20 crates, then one trip for 3 hours, driver will make 2,000 pesos. So again, delivery is a major part of the operation. So traffic and no drivers. Our current situation now, mentioned a while ago, we're a marketplace, we need the supply and demand. We don't have a problem with the demand, but the problem now is the supply. When I say supply, it's the drivers. When you go to Hong Kong and Singapore, their natural habitat or their natural space, they already have these drivers who own their van and driving around. Then when the application on the technology comes, they just engage it. But in the Philippines, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, if you want to have a delivery van, where will you find a delivery van? You call your friend, pahiram ng van. Or you go to Lipat Bahay. So with this technology now, our problem now is the driver, the supply. We realize that there are so many drivers, there's so many demand. Taxi company needs driver. Grab, they need driver. Company needs driver. Family, driver, they need. So these drivers are very in demand now. Magpagalitan mo lang ngayon, bukas resign na. So, how to create this community? In Mober, what we're doing now is, we are not allowing the driver operate or operator-driver scheme anymore. Because last year, 70% of our deliveries were fulfilled by 30% of our driver owner. When I say driver owner, the driver owns the van, they drive. The 70% of operator driver, the driver tends not to receive the booking because at the end of the day, I'm paid on a daily salary. So when I said in my earlier speech, there will be an opportunity for an investment here because Mober now, we don't recruit driver operator, we recruit driver. And we're funding this unbanked driver. We have so many unbanked drivers in the Philippines. When I say unbanked, they don't even have a bank account. What more, they can get a loan from a bank. And there's no second generation driver anymore in the Philippines because they saw the hardship of their father and they don't want to be a driver anymore. So changing their life and giving them this opportunity, owning a van, driving a van, will make them feel, negosyante ako. I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur because I drive my own van. Okay. So, going back to our clients now, they look on a very traditional outlook on the logistic. If my sales went up now, all they have to do is buy truck, buy more trucks. But they don't realize where to get drivers. Having this problem with the drivers, then it still go back to their problem. I have the fleet, I don't have the driver, then my delivery will suffer. Okay. So since this is norm, 2-3 years ago, this is a norm. When you go to an appliance center, when you buy something, they'll tell you, kailan niyo po gusto i-deliver? When do you want it delivered? They won't even offer you a same-day delivery because they never thought about offering a same-day delivery will increase their sale. There's no option. There's a very bad customer experience. They'll tell you 2 days from now. Anong oras? What time? Buong araw. Can you imagine? You have to wait the whole day, you know? They don't even respect your time. Right? So with the advent of this technology, when we introduced same-day delivery, they saw this opportunity and they saw that it will increase their sales. Technically and literally, their sales were up by 30%. They don't even have to put in more inventories in the store anymore. And as for the client and us as a consumer, it is our rights that when you bought something, then we have it delivered so we can use it, right? Can you imagine buying one 65-inch TV, then they tell you 3 days after. So what if you want now? You want to play TV or games with your son? So the evolution of same-day delivery has arrived in the Philippines. But telling you again, there are so many traditional businesses, they don't still see this change, this opportunity. They still tend to do the traditional logistic. So these are the traditional store deliveries. No? They hire driver. Like for example, To Go is an affiliate. To Go bought a lot of logistic trucks. We're telling them that if you are having so many vans and these are not fully utilized, even here, anyone here who has delivery trucks that are not fully utilized, you can sign up with Mover. Richard, I have to plug, sorry. So, but anyway, I'm just telling, because the reason why we want to fully utilize the truck, one, if you go to EDSA, take a look, open one van. I'm 100% sure when you open it, it's not fully loaded. It's not fully utilized. Can you imagine if you fully utilize it, fully loaded it, how many vans will be out of the road? Probably another 30% out of the road. Reduce our traffic, make delivery more efficient. So, because they thought that, can you imagine when you buy one big sofa, it will only cost you 180 pesos to deliver. Imagine 180 pesos. If you're a 3PL here, you'll complain. But they will tell you, okay, 180 pesos, 3 days after. But when we say, I'll give you 400, I'll charge you 400, I'll deliver it to you now. They don't even mind, they don't even blink. I mean, this is something that will empower us as a consumer, and we demand that we want it now. And make these traditional stores realize that the delivery and the logistic is not there to be sacrificed. So again, if you have these delayed deliveries, bad customer experience, do you think the customer will come back and buy again? After your efforts of going online, putting more ads, customer acquisition, this is a very costly marketing effort. Then you give them a very bad delivery, a very bad solution, a logistics solution, I don't think they will come back. And this is part of why some businesses fail. We don't maximize the use of our funding. So again, mobile is an on-demand. Honestly, after 2 years of operation, the on-demand product, I find it personally very costly now. Me telling you as a founder that on-demand is very costly because you book one van, whether you fill it in or not fill it in, you pay for the whole van. So we're trying to change the scenario now. When you go to one shopping mall or one appliance center, they will now ask you, you want it delivered now, today? What time of the day? We tried to put windows. Let's say 12 to 3 p.m., 3 to 6, 6 to 9. You choose. Then that delivery cost will be very cheap. It will be around 60% cheaper than if you book a whole van. But again, we did not compromise anything because you still get it the same day. What we did, we tried to optimize the route. We try to fill in the van and making sure that the driver will also be happy by having this van filled and they make more. So again, I think some of you here watch the Wolf of Wall Street, or if not, the famous Sell Me This Pen. Like for example, I'm selling you this pen. I'm pretty sure everybody here can sell me a pen. But after convincing me buying this pen, sir, you buy this pen because this pen is lucky. You can sign for your next round. You'll be lucky to sign for your next round of funding. After convincing me, yes, okay, I'll buy it, and you tell me, sir, but you cannot have it today. You have to wait for our delivery schedule. So again, what will you feel? If you're the store or if you're the buyer, what will happen? Definitely it's 100% goodbye sale, right? It's a lost opportunity. So this is a very simple example. No? For Mober, we deliver bulky items. Because we believe when you go to the store, you can buy clothes, you can buy small items. And most of Filipinos, they have their own car. So that's the reason why Mober is not going to the sedan or going to the AUV section. Because we don't want Filipinos keep buying AUV and adding to the traffic, keep adding to the traffic. So you want big trucks, mini trucks, and we're trying to bring in 20 units of electric trucks from BYD next year. We have one project coming with a famous furniture center that's coming next year. So anyway, same-day delivery for retail. With this change of technology, with this advent of the technologies, I think on-demand delivery will be what? A norm after 2-3 years? It's a normal now. I mean, for us in Mober, we have to think again on how to disrupt our own on-demand, right? Because without thinking of what will be the next, then we might be part of that 65% business that who will fail. Right, so again, we have to keep on innovating. So after this, before I end this talk, when I say small business, anybody here can start a small business now. without owning a truck. For example, I'll give you one example. You can start an online flower shop store without even having a florist, without even having an inventory. All you have to do is open an online store, talk to somebody in Dangwa. Dangwa is a wholesaler of flowers in the Philippines. Give them your card, give them your design, the ribbon, then upload it in online, then tap somebody to deliver it for you. This is what I'm saying, that doing or starting a business now is a lot easier because of this disruption in the industry. Again, I'm Dennis Nang. I'm the founder of Mober. Thank you.